Hi everybody, how are you today? I hope you are well and happy and ready to do some more discussion on the teaching of the Buddha. If you have any question, please send them in now, one question at a time. Right now I only see the first comment, which is Fat Choi Chong. Before that, your comment doesn't come in on my page. So I'm sorry, I'm not skipping any of your comment. It just so happened that they don't come up on my screen. The first one here is Fat Choi Chong. Satu Satu. Chun Wei, good day, Tanajan. How's the audio? Can you hear me okay? Please let me know if you cannot hear me. And if this is your first time to join us, please let me know where you come from. Champa Yang Chen, good afternoon. Kenneth Han, good morning, Tanajan. You are clear today. Thank you, Ken. I hope you are well. Alisa Teng, good afternoon, Ajahn. Champa Yang Chen, audio good. Chunwei, audio is good. Thank you. 25. Check link 10. Greetings, dear Tanajan. Audio and video are good. Thank you. Eli Hassan, good afternoon to Ajahn and all Kalyana Namita. Let's listen to the Dhamma. Jai Judasama, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sajaukar, good to see you, Ajahn. Good to see you too. Good to hear from you. Felicia Chan, good afternoon. Rajan, may I know how to attain Sotapanna? Thank you. You have to get rid of the first three fetters, the fetters of Sakaya Titi, which is the wrong view of taking the five khandha as yourself. Get rid of doubt in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and get rid of your attachment to rites and rituals for the purpose of getting rid of your dukkha. You need to have sila, samadhi, and panya to do this. Hui Pu Hua, good afternoon, Ajahn. Sadhu, Sadhu. Imbun Chu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Se Hui, good afternoon, Tanajan. Audio is perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. Chun Wei, I am from Malaysia. I have been listening to Ajahn talk and recording. Thanks again. Thanks, Ajahn. You're welcome. Question from Vivek Menaganoka, India. I am 39-year-old, single. My mother is 60-year-old, and my father is 77-year-old. They are financially sound. My sister lives 4 kilometers away from them. Being the only son, I feel responsible to take care of my parents. This is the only reason I am not ordained yet. I wish to get ordained in Thai forest tradition. I need guidance. Shall I get ordained now, or shall I wait and continue to practice at home? Or if any other advice Ajahn could give me. This is a personal question You have to know the answer yourself. When you're ready, you are ready. When you're not ready, you're not ready. So this is something you have to ask yourself. Are you ready? Am I ready now? Am I ready to ordain? Or am I not ready to ordain? This is the question you have to find the answer yourself. No one can answer for you. You have to decide for yourself when to ordain. Ideally, it's best to ordain as soon as possible. But whether you can convince yourself that or not, that's up to you. Jampa Yang Chen, Ajahn, COVID is getting really bad, lots of fear, how to manage one's mind. With or without COVID, the facts still remain the same. That is, we are all subjected to aging, sickness, and death. So you have to embrace this fact, this truth, that this body sooner or later is gonna get sick and it's gonna die. Whether there's COVID or no COVID doesn't change this truth. So the problem is not with COVID. The problem is you and your mind not being able to accept this truth yet. So you have to do a meditation to calm your mind down. Once your mind is calm enough, you can teach the mind to accept the truth. Because if it can accept the truth, then fear will disappear. If it cannot accept the truth, fear will always remain with the mind forever. So what you need is to meditate and then to teach the truth of the body. That the body is impermanent. It is subjected to aging, sickness, and death. And the body is not you. The body is just a natural phenomena made from the four elements. Sooner or later, this body will return back to the four elements. So if you can see this truth and accept the truth, then you can get rid of the fear. Eileen Chi, hi Ajahn, my husband passed away recently. How should I do and help me? How should I do and help you? In what way? You mean you need another husband to help you with? Or I don't understand your question. How should I do and help me? Well, you should learn to live alone if you can. And the way to live alone happily is to be able to practice meditation. Because if you can always calm your mind will always be happy and will not need anybody to make you happy. So if I were you, I'll learn to meditate and do a lot of meditation. Do as much as possible and don't do other things like finding pleasure from sensual objects. Try to find pleasure or peace and happiness from meditation. Then you can live alone and be happy forever. Sam Sarah, good morning Ajahn from Myanmar. Good morning to you. Pasana, good afternoon Rajan. The audio and sound is very good from the mountain. You're welcome. Kwan Patum Napa. Sadhu, sadhu. Sunny Lim, good day Ajahn Suchart for sharing the Dhamma with us. Stay strong, healthy, happy, safe and peaceful to give us this precious opportunity to hear from Ajahn. Sadhu, sadhu. Felicia Chen, good afternoon Prajan. May I know how to attain Sotapanna? Thank you very much. I just answered this question. You have to get rid of your wrong view called Sakaya Ditti, which think that the body is you and that your feeling is you. When in truth your body and feelings and thoughts are not you. They are natural phenomena that rise and cease of their own free will. You cannot force them to be what you want them to be. Now you cannot force the body to be forever young, not getting old, not getting sick or die. This is impossible. You have to see them. They are like the wind and the rain. They come and go. They rise and cease of their own free will. And then you have to also get rid of the doubt in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and get rid of your attachment to rites and rituals to help you get rid of your dukkha or suffering. You need to practice sila, samadhi, and panya. So you should look up the three fetters, so-called the three samyojanas. The first three samyojanas of Sakkaya Ditthi, Vicikicca, and Silabbata Paramasa. And get rid of it. Get rid of them. EOSC Sadhu Thanajan. Jampa Yang Chen, thank you for your answer to my question. You're welcome. Good day, Ajahn. If I'm experiencing my karma now, and I am also pursuing my practice, how can I reduce my current karmic effect so I can be practicing easier with much better condition? You need to develop more mindfulness, because with a strong mindfulness, your mind can remain calm and undisturbed by the effects of your karma. Try to practice the mindfulness from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep by either reciting the mantra Bhutto, 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 or keep watching or focusing on your body activity, such as walking, standing, sitting, lying down, eating, taking a bath, anything that the body do, stay focused on that only. Don't let your mind go think about other things. Then you will have strong mindfulness to be able to withstand any karmic effect that can affect you. Eileen Chi, son, help him. I don't know what do you mean. Eileen Chi. Sadhu, sadhu. Prik Guru, Palimok COVID, sadhu, sadhu. Anak, sadhu. Walai Pon, Pon Virun, sadhu, sadhu. Sami Reachi, Thanajan, as you know, I have been on the move lately. I changed to monasteries, and now I'm staying in a kuti, 1700 meter elevation. But everywhere I go, there are bars with very loud parties, even in the mountains. Is it possible to enter jhana in such condition? It is, but it's probably very difficult. It depends on the strength of your mindfulness. If you have real strong mindfulness, you can ignore everything. But if you don't have strong mindfulness, you will be disturbed or distracted by other activities. That's why when you have weak mindfulness, you need to go live in a secluded area, away from all the distractions. But if you have strong mindfulness, you can enter jhana anywhere. Michael Saw, sadhu, sadhu. Irene Uy, good afternoon, Thanajan and everyone in the Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu. Jagdish Meshram, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Kanu Tanadi, Vandami Ajahn. There is a saying that even Deva Saka did so many wholesome merits during no Buddha era. As less brighter, less powerful maybe, and other new deva who do wholesome when there is Buddha Sasana. Some said this life we must do lots of dana first, since there are still sankara. There are so many lives that has no Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. By that time only we should practice Sila Bhavana. How right is this view? It is wrong. You should practice all three depending on your ability. If you have lots of money, try to give them all away. Then you can concentrate on the practice of Sila and Bhavana by, by becoming ordained as a monk or as a nun. It doesn't matter in which era you are in. If you can practice dana, sila, bhavana, do them all. But you have to understand that the practice of dana support the practice of sila. The practice of sila support the practice of bhavana. They are like steps. You have to go step by step. First, do as much dana as possible. Then when you have done that, you can keep the silas, and then you can then practice bhavana. Because in order for you to become enlightened, you need to practice bhavana. But you cannot practice bhavana without the practice of sila. And without the practice of sila, and without the practice of sila will be difficult without the practice of dana. So this is how they work. Step 1 dana, step 2 sila, step 3 bhavana. You can do all this in this lifetime now. For instance, if you have more money than you can use, then give the extra money away. And then try to work as little as possible. If you have enough money to live without working, then you can stop working. Then you will have time to keep sila, especially the 8 precepts. And when you can keep the 8 precepts, then you will have the time to do meditation and vipassana, development of wisdom. So this is how it works, regardless of the era, time, or place. This is what you need to do. Anna Goldman, Sadhu, Sadhu. Ya Chanicha, Sadhu. Paul Leung Soon. What is Ajahn opinion that my doing on realization, that knowing and understanding of Dhamma teaching, nature, mind able to see the reality, mind feel comfort and true, body do feel sensation in meditation. Did Ajahn comment regarding this phenomena? I don't really know what you want me to tell you. I can tell you in general terms that the mind is now under the subjugation of the defilement. It's under the influence of the defilement such as greed, hatred, and delusion. And this causing the mind to have dukkha or suffering. And in order to get rid of this suffering, the mind has to get rid of the defilement by the practice of dana, sila, and bhavana. Aranut Nui, dear Ajahn, I still practice regularly every day. Most days I think I've got good results from peace and calm. However, one day my mind was very tired and it was in a peaceful state for short duration than normal. I felt disappointed with the result. Then I told myself that the peaceful state was also anatta, and I could only do the cause, which is meditation. But the peaceful state is not under my control. Is this correct? Thank you. Thank you very much. To a certain level, yes, you cannot force the result. But the result comes from your practice. You can force yourself to do the practice. And if your practice is correct, then you will get the result. So try to concentrate on practicing your mindfulness, and then peace and happiness will eventually follow. However long or however much peace and happiness arise, this is something you cannot force them. They come through the result of your mindfulness. So the more mindfulness you have, the longer and the more peace and calm you would have. Nazarin Lee. Good afternoon, Ajahn. I am from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom. I do hear you often during this lockdown, as the monastery I usually go to in person is not open. Every Ajahn are different, even if trained in the Thai Theravada tradition. I appreciate your frank and straightforward guidance and advices. Thank you for your kindness in sharing your time with us. Anumodana to you. You are welcome. Pauline Soon. What is the meaning of high level of teaching Dhamma? Well, Dhamma has 3 levels: Dana, Sila, and Pavana. Pavana is considered to be the high level of Dhamma. Sila is considered to be the middle level of Dhamma. And Dana is the low level of Dhamma. Nabiti Namasagara Ajahn, Medan, Indonesia. Thank you. Ram Sa, JW, Satu, Satu. Karim Kaur, good afternoon, Ajahn, Satu, Satu. Hemlata M, do we need to pray to deities and bodhisattvas? No. You don't need to pray to anybody, not even to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and Sangha. They are not for you to pray to. They are there to teach you the Dhamma teaching. You have to learn from the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, not pray to them. Does praying to deities and Buddha serve any purpose? No. If praying, it means by asking for help, then this is not the right way. You show respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha as your teacher. And then you accept their teachings and follow the teaching. Then you will get good result from doing this. Jagdish Meshram, good afternoon, Ajahn, for your guidance on meditation. You are welcome. Lee Kim Lim, good afternoon, Ajahn, Satu, Satu, Satu. Alvin Lee Wei Peng, good afternoon, Ajahn, Satu, Satu. Greetings from Malaysia. Greetings to you. Sun Hoi Cha, Satu, Satu. Cheryl Teal, good afternoon, Ajahn. Thank you for sharing the Dhamma. Satu, Satu. Okay. Now we have a little break here. So let me take a drink. Facebook has keep changing the layout of this live broadcast. So it's like having to learn anew every time. So before I can see the screen as well as your comment. Now if I want to look at your comment, I will not be able to see the screen, see myself. So I have to move it up and down. From Adeline Chin, good afternoon, Ajahn. I took the precept yesterday, the whole day. I was observing okay, but just before turning into bed, I was cleaning up. I was wiping the table and accidentally wiped and killed a spider. I felt that really bad that for 1 minute I lost my mindfulness. I guess my mindfulness is not so strong. I find very difficult to keep the first precept of not killing. The others are much easier for me. What can I do to be more mindful, to not break the first precept? You have to be focusing all the time at what you do. Every time your body does something, you have to be right there with it. Like when you are wiping the table, you should be wiping the table with the body, not thinking about other things. Because when you think about other things, you might miss something, and like the spider. But it's still not considered to be breaking the precept because there is no intention to do so. To break the precept, you have to have the intention to kill the spider. But if you have no intention, then it's considered to be accidental. So it's not breaking the precept. But you have to be mindful watching every movement of your body so that you can see what's going on right in front of your eyes, and you can then prevent any accidental action from happening. Colonel Kennedy, Vandami Ajahn, if let's say because of COVID, one has no fresh new income, and let's say he and his family lifestyle altogether is $10,000 per year, and now he has cash in 100,000 US dollar, which should be enough for at least 5 years lifestyle. What is the wise thing to do now? How much budget shall he do dana offering? Is it considered foolish lopa moha if he keep the cash for his own family? Let's say after COVID is over, end of this year, shall he continue search for more money, or better continue the Dhamma journey for at least 1 to 2 years, since he has 5 years cash covered? Well, it's up to you what you want to do with your life. You want Dhamma, then you practice the Dhamma. If you don't want Dhamma, if you want something else, then you don't practice the Dhamma. This is something you have to decide for yourself, really. Ong eng eng, sadhu sadhu. Ama Ayugwe. Dear Ajahn, I have a general question. I do admire the Buddha as a wise and very skillful teacher in every situation of life. I sometimes wonder how come then most Theravadan Buddhist countries lag behind in terms of social stability, harmony, and even safety and well-being as a society. Can Ajahn please share your own explanation and also comment on what we could be missing most in practicing to benefit from the Buddha's teaching? Thank you. I think in most Theravada countries, they have the teaching, but they don't study the teaching. And follow the teaching. That's the problem. Not every Buddhist in Theravada Buddhist country study and follow the teaching of the Buddha to their utmost ability. They only study just enough to make them feel good, that's all. But they hardly practice. Look at the 5 precepts. They are still breaking the 5 precepts. In Thailand, we have 99% Buddhists, and we still have selling alcohol, we still have bars, massage parlors, and all the vices. So this is the reason. We have Buddhist teaching, the Buddha's teaching, but no one study and follow his teaching. They like to follow the Western teaching because they look at materialism. They admire materialism more than spiritualism. Chin Vivian V, Sadhu Sadhu. Adeline Chin, thank you, Ajahn. You're welcome. Pauline Soon. Practice meditation to recognize suffering and get the right information. Attitude to look suffering as nature, aware and keep aware. To look the suffering happen and investigate the cause and condition of suffering and get rid of it. Do this realization of mind can settle the suffering that occur. Yes, you have to find the cause of suffering, which are your defilements, either greed, hatred, or delusion. Once you know the cause, and if you can get rid of the cause, then your suffering will disappear. David Silananda, Sadhu Sadhu. Shime, dear Ajahn, Sadhu Sadhu. Anumodana for teaching the Dhamma. May you stay well, happy, and peaceful. Thank you. Lily Chan, Sadhu Sadhu. Gautama Y, Sadhu Sadhu. Gimbun Chu, Sadhu. Kielian, Sadhu Sadhu. Okay. If I miss any of your question, it's probably because it doesn't appear on my screen. So if you feel that I have skipped your question, please resend it in your question again. Because sometimes things just don't go working properly. So there's always some glitches from time to time. So I might miss some of your questions. That's not because I skipped them, it's just that they don't happen to appear on my screen. Gimbun Chu, Sadhu, Kailian, Sadhu, Kilian, Annie Lam, Sadhu, Sami Reaji, Tanajan, the path of Dhamma is very difficult. Can we say it's not for everyone? Are there ways to make it easier? You can say anything you want. It doesn't matter. What matters is to you alone. Don't worry about other people. Don't generalize the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teaching is very personal. It's between you and him. So just ask yourself, are you made for the Dhamma or not? If you can study, you are made for the Dhamma. If you can practice, you are made for the Dhamma. So no excuse. Don't try to make any excuse. The excuse is that you are not practicing enough, that's all. You are not developing mindfulness. You always let your mind wandering, thinking about this and that all the time. Just keep using mindfulness, keep reciting the mantra, stop thinking, and then you'll find that the practice is very simple and very easy. Wong, I'm sorry, what is this? Polling soon. How many lay person able to go for jhana, then practice vipassana? We don't keep statistics, so we don't know. And you don't have to know. All you have to know is only one person, and that's you. Can you go to the fourth jhana or not? And if you cannot, you have to ask yourself why not. The reason is you don't have mindfulness. You have to practice mindfulness. Bhutto, bhutto, bhutto. Then you will have mindfulness enough to send you to the fourth jhana and practice vipassana. Jinilin poor. Sadhu, sadhu, anumodami, Maha Ajahn. May you be healthy always. Thank you. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about statistics of how many people has attained and not attained. This is not important to you. What is important to you is yourself. Can you study the Buddha's teaching? Can you follow his teaching? Can you practice his teaching? That's all you want to know. And there are all simple things to do, like dana. Just giving things away that you don't need. That's all. Keep what you need. What you don't need, just give it away. And keep the precept. What's so hard about keeping the precept? Keeping the precept is not to do anything, not to kill, not to steal, not to commit adultery, not to lie, and not to drink. That's all. Not to do things is easier than doing things. Killing is harder than not killing. Not killing is easy. You're sitting here right now and you're not killing. To kill, you have to go find a weapon, and you have to find the victim to kill. So what's so hard about not killing, not stealing? It's easy. It's just that you like to kill. That's why it makes it difficult not to kill. You like to steal, then it makes it difficult not to steal. You like to commit adultery, then it makes it difficult not to commit adultery. You like to lie, so you find it difficult not to lie. You like to drink, so you find it difficult not to drink. That's all. So the teaching is very simple and very easy. The problem is you, not the teaching. You have to change yourself. If you like killing, you have to change it to not liking killing. If you like to steal, change it to not like to steal. Not like to commit adultery, not like to lie, and not like to drink. You have to change yourself. Then you'll find that the Buddha's teaching is very simple and very easy. Okay, let me look for the question. I have that. How many? Okay. Jinilin poor sadhu sadhu anumodami Mahajan. May you be happy. Sami Riachi. Is there a point in the jhana when we can hear anything coming from outside anymore? Yes, when you reach the fourth jhana, when the body and mind completely separated, then you don't hear anything anymore. All you have left is just the knower, the knowing. Hemlata M. Recently in the newspapers, have seen a lot of adults sexually abusing children. Is this due to child past life karma, or are they possessed by ghosts, demons? How can we prevent this type of things from happening? You can. This is a big world, and we have people populating this world who did various types of karma, and so things happen to them. So it's not to worry about other people. What you should worry is about yourself, how to protect yourself. Stay at home. Don't try to go out alone in places that is dangerous to you. Stay at home and practice meditation. Then you won't have to encounter all these things that you read in the newspapers. Polling soon. Vipassana is the practice to get rid of suffering automatic by the mind. Can Ajahn tell this practice? Vipassana is the getting rid of your defilement permanently by seeing everything that your defilement wants to be dukkha, to be causing you suffering. And when you see the objects of your desire will cause you suffering, will make you sad, or will hurt you, then you stop wanting them. Then you can get rid of all your defilement, your greed this way. Chu Chin, good afternoon, and my respect to Tan Ajahn. I am from Malaysia. Thank you. Naslin Lee, dear Tan Ajahn, when we have done a bad karma in the past, is there any way to know that we have received the effect to that karma, or there will be more effect to come to us? Not really. You just look at this thing in general terms. When you are running into bad things, then you can consider this to be the result of your bad karma. So when you're in trouble, you can tell yourself that this is the result of your bad karma. But as far as the future, how much more, we don't know. And it doesn't matter, because you can deal with them by practicing meditation. If you have strong mindfulness and wisdom, you can be protected from your bad karma, the effects of your bad karma. The effects of your bad karma will not be able to hurt your mind. Sometimes I think I get immediate effect from my wrong action. What should I do whenever this occurs, other than doing more good karma? Thank you. Well, if you cannot stop them from happening, then let them happen. Just consider them to be like natural phenomena, like the rain, the flood, the volcanic eruption, for instance. They come, they happen, and if they happen, you just merely observe, being aware of them. That's all. You cannot force them to go away or stop them. What you can do is just embrace them, or accept them for what they are. Kenneth Tan Ki Bob. Greeting Ajahn, may you be well and happy. Thank you. Naomi Jonas, dear Ajahn, greeting from Canada. I'm still trying to follow all the advice you have given me. Very good. I hope you succeed. Try to keep calm, stay calm by letting go of your attachment and your desire. Look at everything as anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you will let go of all of your cravings and desire. Falling soon, difficult in the jhana and practice vipassana. Falling soon, not easy to practice till body separate from mind. Jacqueline Law, dear Ajahn, I just starting to learn meditation. Should I start with metta meditation, then after I am successful in metta, then start learning vipassana? Or should I learn both types simultaneously? When you learn, you can learn both types. But when you practice, you have to practice one at a time. You have to practice samatha bhavana first, calming the mind to let it enter into jhana first. Once you have the mind able to enter into jhana all the time, Then you can then, when you're not meditating, you can then practice vipassana by teaching your mind the true nature of everything, that everything that you encounter are impermanent, will cause you to be unhappy sooner or later, and they are not under your control. They are all natural phenomena. No, no self in anything. No self in the wind, the rain. The, everything is natural phenomena. So that they can then stop your desire to control them or to change them, because you cannot. You might be able to do it some of the time, but not all the time, like your body. You might be able to look after your body now, prevent it from getting sick. But one day it's gonna get sick regardless of how well you look after your body. That's because your body is a natural phenomenon. It is not you. You are not the body. This is vipassana. See me, dear Ajahn, is it important to be constantly aware of neither pleasant or unpleasant feelings? Would you say that this state is most of the time in our lives, and it can be boring to stay at this state? To stay at this state, sadhu, sadhu. I think you should be more mindful of your mantra or of your body. Forget about the feelings. Just focus on your mantra, because it will then calm your mind and make your mind peaceful and happy, rather than try to focus on your pleasant or unpleasant feelings, which sometimes doesn't happen. But what happens all the time is your mantra or your body. So focus on your body or focus on your mantra, and your mind will become stable and calm and peaceful and happy. Yadi Hassan, thank you and my respect to Ajahn for sharing the Buddha teaching. To all Galayana, let's meet again for next online Dhamma sharing. Liu Vimalo, Xiang Shang, Xiao Shang, Ajahn, now I meditate not using cushion, and every session will feel pain. I try to fight with pain using meditation object or vipassana method. Body is not my anatta, anicca, but not able to win over the pain with giving up later. But the duration to fight pain is longer and longer. Hope to win over the pain in near future. Try reciting the mantra. Just keep reciting the mantra and try to ignore the pain. I think at this stage you might not be able to use vipassana yet, because your mind is not stable enough, calm enough to see the truth. So you try to use the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, and then your mind will then ignore the pain, and it will enable you to calm your mind and sit for a longer period in peace and calm. Agaliko Ayodhya กราบพระอาจารย์ครับ Shiva, thank you, Shiva. Dear Ajahn, for me it is easy to focus when there is some sort of smell in the air. Is it okay to burn some camphor or some agabati while focusing on the nose tip? No, you shouldn't use anything at all. Just use your breath only. Because everything that you use, they are all impermanent. And if you become attached to them, then when you cannot have them, then you can be in trouble. So don't try to rely on anything that you don't have. Rely on what you have, your body, your breath, or your mantra better. Shiva A, thank you. David Sila Nanda, Dear Ajahn, before my father's death from hospital bed, he told me he saw divine spirit with cow head, horse face, spirit following him closely from house. They are very fierce. Soon after that, he passed away. After that, which plane of existence will my father go, and how can I transfer merit to him? I don't know where he will go. He will go according to his karma. What you can do is to make merit and then dedicate the merit to him. Okay, we have about 9 minutes left, so we still have time to send in more questions. If you want to send in any question, you can still type and send in the question. I'll be here for another about 9 minutes. There are things that you need to know, and there are things that you don't need to know. So when you ask me a question that you don't need to know, I usually try to avoid giving you the answer. All you need to know is what to do with yourself. As other people, it's not really your concern. What they do, they will reap the result of their karma. Whether we know or we don't know, don't change anything anyway. So it's better to know yourself, know what you need to do, and try to do it as much as possible. Sami Reashi, is renouncing sexual desire the most difficult aspect of the path, or is something given more difficult? No, everything is not difficult if you know how to do it correctly. If you keep contemplating on the sukha, you'll find that getting rid of your sexual desire is very easy. If you see the body decomposing, being rotten, being bloated, being smelly, then your sexual desire will disappear. The problem is you don't want to do this kind of contemplation. You want to look at beautiful bodies, so you find it difficult to get rid of your sexual desire. So try to contemplate on the loathsomeness of the body, the disgusting parts of the body. Try to look at those parts, and then it will prevent the sexual desire from coming up. Tony Yip, dear Ajahn, good afternoon. Mostly every day I do dana offer to the same monk. But suddenly one of the monk break Vinaya. He never wear his robe for some time. Should keep on to offer for him because he already not follow the Vinaya. Thank you. Well, it's up to you who you want to give help to. You can give help to dogs, to cats, to anybody. It's up to you. It doesn't mean that people that you give help to has to be virtuous all the time. If they need help, then you should give help to anybody, even thieves or prisoners. Because this is metta, sape satta, to all beings, I should have metta or compassion. If they need help, I should give them help. Te Seng Him, dear Ajahn, thank you for your guidance and teaching. May you stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you. Audi Aha Sadhu, Jacqueline Law Sadhu, Sento Fiendi, Vandami Bante Namo Buddhaya, Naslin Lee, dear Tanajan, I am comfortable to meditate with awareness of space as my object of meditation. Should I try to use breath as the object of my meditation more often? And if so, why? If breath meditation better? I cannot say why it is better. If you get the result from using the vastness of space as your object, then stay with it. But if you don't get any jhana from it, then maybe you should try breath meditation, because this is what the Buddha instructed us to do. Use anapanasati to enter into the fourth jhana. So, but if you find that your method can bring your mind to the fourth jhana, then you don't need to switch the object of your meditation. But if you find that you cannot get yourself into the fourth jhana, then maybe you should try using the breath meditation instead. Shiva A. When I start focusing on the breath, I know the air going in and out. Then I don't know if it's in breath or out breath. Just feeling of cold breath and hot breath. Then lose that and I feel just sensation on the tip. Am I doing it correctly? You should be able to know when the breath come in and when the breath go out. If you don't, it means you're not mindful enough. So stay focused at the tip of the nose and watch the breath coming in and the breath going out. If you're not watching, then you cannot tell whether it is coming in or going out. It's a matter of not being mindful. So you have to be focused at the tip of your nose and watch the breath coming in and going out. If our mind falling soon, if our mind feel not interesting, sensual desire, what does this mean? It means that maybe it's taking a break temporarily. Sooner or later it will come back up again. Sudling, Vandami Ajahn, Sadhu, Sadhu, Ajahn for teaching. May Ajahn be well and happy always. Thank you. Keep mature, Sadhu, Sadhu. Jacqueline Law, dear Ajahn, how to do anapanasati if not use breathing meditation? It's the same thing. Anapanasati is breathing meditation. You focus on the tip of your nose. When the breath come in and go out, they come in and go out at the tip of your nose. That's the entrance and the exit of the breath. Just keep focusing at that point. Don't follow the breath in or don't follow the breath out. Just know that it is coming in and it's going out. That's all. Just keep watching so that you then are occupied and then will not be able to think about other things. The purpose is to stop thinking about other things. The purpose is to have the breath, watching the breath as your occupation at the moment. Being sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, I think we're almost out of time. We have about 1 minute left. So I don't see any more questions coming in. So I would think I shall end this meeting. Oh, here, Ajahn, if one day I can win over the pain with meditation, is it can permanently get rid of pain? You cannot get rid of pain, but you can get rid of your anxiety with pain. Pain will not be a problem to you anymore. You can live with the pain happily, as if you are brother, you are loving brothers and sisters. So this is what we want to do. Train the mind to be able to accept the pain as part of, as a friend, not as an enemy. Nothing, Lee. Thank you for today's teaching, Tanajan. May you be well, and I hope to see you again soon, Sadhu. Probably next week if all goes well. Shiva A, I feel easy to meditate when I don't eat. I try going without food for 24 hours during intense practice. How long does the monks go without food? It depends on how strong your mindfulness is. If you have strong mindfulness, sometimes you can go without food for 7 days or even longer. But you have to take fluids though. You have to take some fluids like like fruit juices to help maintain the body to a certain level. But you don't need to eat solid food. You can do this if your practice, if your meditation goes well, you can fast for a long time. But you don't want to count the days because the purpose of fasting is not to make a statistic. You want to use it to support your meditation. If your fasting helps support your meditation, makes your mind calm down easy and fast and stay calm for a long time, then you can keep on fasting. But as soon as you find that you cannot longer do this, maybe because your body cannot support your fasting anymore, then you have to stop and come back and eat normally for a while before you return to fasting again. Kwan Patum Napa Sadhu, thank you very much for Q&A and teaching. Annie Lam Sadhu Sadhu, Tony Yip Sadhu, Joe Wu Ivy, practice breathing contemplation, that is anapanasati, that leads to mind and body phenomenon that develop panya and wisdom knowledge, or insight knowledge, that is vipassana. If vipassana is knowledge of panya, one see mind, object, feeling, and so forth. Okay. All right. I think we are out of time right now. Thank you very much for your participation in this Q&A meeting. I hope you can benefit from this meeting and use it to help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep practicing the Dhamma as much as possible. If all goes well, I'll see you again next Sunday. Thank you and goodbye.